Hello and welcome to another riveting CAN diagnostic episode. In today's video we have got a broken DIP-4, which is basically an instrument cluster out of a DAF LF45 and the 55s, sometimes fitted to the CS but usually just the LFs. As you can see, it's got no Adblue mill light. There's a light here that should light up if there's a malfunction with the emissions with the Adblue, and it doesn't work. I diagnosed this a long time ago. Basically put it on the Davy. The instrument cluster itself doesn't have the capability to store fault codes, but what you can do is you can actuate what's called a self-test with it, and basically all the needles go around, all the lights flash up, and the Adblue light, even trying to force it to turn on, it wasn't lighting up. So I'm suspecting that it has a blown LED. But we're going to take it apart and see if we can repair it. I do have another one here that had LCD damage to it. All the pixels and all the ink basically started to bleed down. But that was a while ago, and I've had parts off that. It's a bit of a parts hound. So I can always pull an LED off that and fit it to this, and on the other one we've got a nice glass as well, one that hasn't been smashed by the drivers. So I'm going to get straight into it. It's fairly straightforward. See a load of these clips all the way around, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just going to gently pull them. Take your time, because you do not want to be breaking any tabs. At the end of the day, this is still, it might be broken, but it still belongs to the customer, and we don't want to make things any worse than they already are. Okay, so that's fit for the bin. I did try powering this on with my power supply, but it wouldn't have it for some reason. I tried powering the other one and I couldn't get them to work. I don't know if I've got the wrong wiring diagrams or what. Now this part is a little bit trickier. The tabs are right in here. There's several of them. They run all the way around the ring. They're basically underneath the ones that we've already taken off, plus additional ones here and here, and some underneath the bottom of the clocks here on the speedometer and the rev counter. So I'm just going to do that off camera because it's a bit tricky, and all you're going to see is a lot of this, and that's no up to no one. But once it's off, I'll show you exactly where they are. It was a little bit more tricky than I remembered. Basically there's 8 again underneath the ones that we've already taken out. They're just an awful lot tighter. Cool with dust on this. So the Adblue light is around here. So we're going to take this fascia off. I'm going to take the LCD screen out also, which is relatively straightforward. Just make sure you can see what I'm doing. So you've got 2 connectors here, 2 ribbon connectors. Just pull these black tabs up very gently. Take all the ribbons out. Same with this one. Pull the black tab up. Gently pull it out. Right, and now we have these tabs here. So I'm just going to turn these, straighten them up so they come, well, you can see it's self-explanatory. And just like that, give these a bit of a prise, a bit of a push. cage off. And that'll be my daughter crying, as usual, so I'll have to pause it for a second. That's right, she's just having an argument with the dog. Dog seems to be a little cleverer than her lately. Right, so we want to take this fascia off now the LCD panel's out the way. Pretty much the same principle. So you can see these metal tabs here, 4 here, 4 here, and obviously these little plastic white tabs just need prising back, and we should be able to lift it up. Well, I dare to be putting that one back in just because of how dusty it is. It's never going to be cleaned properly. There will be smudge marks on there. Right, so obviously we've got the motors for the different gauges, the main IC, some voltage regulators, obviously a load of capacitors, oscillator. Nothing too special, like I say. There's nothing really to read on here, as there's no memory in here for storing fault codes. Right, so this here is the LED for the Adblue light. So we're going to remove that and put another one on. I don't know where we got to, but we're going to remove this LED. Should be relatively straightforward. Okay, that's the old one. With clean pads, put a bit of solder on there. Okay, and I'm just going to remove the old one, well, another one off here, the board, off camera, just for speed. Very careful because, right, let's turn the air all the way down so I don't blow it off the board. They are plastic at the end of the day, so you want to be careful we don't melt the plastic. That's what I'm going to do. Is melt the solder a bit and then drop it on. Just like that. Right. Where's my doofer gone? Okay, so that's the LED repaired. I'll put it all back together. Basically straightforward. I'm going to put the fascia off the other one now, as it's a lot nicer. There's not so many scratches or dust marks everywhere. Yeah, it's a lot nicer. Just going to gently push it back on. Make sure it's pretty flush everywhere. You want these smaller LCD screens pushed in hard. So obviously we need to bend the tabs again, lock it over. Right, we're going to put the LCD back on, making sure we don't put the damaged one on. Right, so we're just going to obviously to make sure these black tabs are pulled out. There, we gently push it in. And then lock it down with the black tabs. Take your time, there really is no rush. If you force it, you will break it. There's no ifs or buts, you will break it. Right, so we've got the back panel on now. give this one last wipe. And we're going to slot it back into the back plate. Right, so once it's all clicked, I'll make sure it's all down flat. We can put the dials back on, and they are simply just push on. We set them all to 0. And then we can recalibrate it after. Last one. Here it is. I'm going to put the cover on for now. But what I'm going to do is when I get back to work, I'm going to give it all a blowout with the airline. Make sure all our clips are down. And that LCD damage is no more with this. I'll take that off tomorrow. I'll get the grinder on it, get it off. Alright, so until tomorrow. Alright, welcome back to the next day. We've got the DIP-4 plugged in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run an indication lamp test with the Davy. So I'm just going to click on. And look at that. There's our Adblue light. Sorted. So that's just, might as well run through another quick test. We'll check the LCD. LCDs, main dot matrix, screw red illumination. And you should see the main one light up. There we go. Change the pattern. This is all good. Everything's working like it should. Some sounds, just to make sure we're not damaging any sounds. And we run the gauges. Bring back down to 50%. And off. All of this is good, so a successful job. Save several £100 on a new DIP-4. Turn it off. Let's come out of it. This is the Adblue doing its self check. After a couple of seconds, everything's alright, so it goes off. Right, until next time, ta-da!